Hey people, it's Larry. As you probably guessed, I'm an artist. I've been drawing for somewhere over a decade now, and I used to only draw in sketchbooks and scratch paper and stuff. I didn't actually start drawing digitally until sometime in high school, I think, so I've got a pretty big pile of sketchbooks now, and I figured that today I'd go down memory lane to see what kind of cool and creative things little me drew. Yeah, I didn't have high hopes for it either. Going through all of my old art, well, let's just say it's a miracle I didn't stop drawing while I was ahead. Don't get me wrong, I know every artist starts out somewhere and all this and that, but like, the absolute whiplash I get from seeing dozens of FNAF fan art and questionable drawings is still very real. So I figured I'd just pick a few to redraw and show my progress. You wanna see? No. Hey, if I gotta see it, you gotta see it too, pal. So this definitely isn't one of my worst offenders, and to be honest, I didn't really want to include any of them because I really didn't want to try and figure out how to draw this, okay? So instead, I'm picking ones that actually had some semblance of brain activity used in them, like this one. Man, am I glad Little Me didn't want to be a barber. This drawing, like many of my other old drawings, is when I was stuck in my front-facing only and mouth must not be connected phase. Not that either of those are inherently bad, but Little Me literally did not know how to do anything else. And I would insult the way I drew clothing, but honestly, I still kind of have trouble with it now. I don't know what it is, but clothing has just always been trouble for me. And it doesn't help that I just don't like drawing it either. And it's not like I can just draw everyone naked, because I don't even know how to draw that either, so I just have to pick my poison. Now, I don't think the way I draw clothing is just downright awful, but I do always think it's missing something, and I have no idea what that something is. Is it more details? More lines? More clothing pieces? I feel like if I can figure out what's holding me back, then I'll actually enjoy drawing clothing, but I guess I just gotta keep drawing clothing to get to that point, huh? Back to the drawing, though. I don't really know what Little Me was going for with this one. Maybe like a maid or something? I don't know, but that's what my redraw is gonna be. I just really like frilly things and figured a maid outfit would be nice here. Also, some of you may have noticed that in the original I attempted to draw boobs. Keyword attempted. This was supposed to be a girl, but every time my sister saw this drawing, she would always tell me that this looked like a guy. I can honestly kind of see it though, and I'm not sure if it's the face shape or the shoulders that make it look like that. Also, you might notice that the redrawing has no honkers. A little side note, but a bunch of my old drawings had characters that looked androgynous, and this one's no different. I don't know if it's because I didn't know enough about art to draw different kinds of characters, but even some of my newer year or two old drawings have these same tendencies without me really trying to, so that's cool, I guess. Anyways, for my redrawing, I wanted to try and add as many elements from the original that I could, like keeping the wink, having a messy hairstyle, having similar hair placement. It's definitely a lot more coherent now, so that's nice. And I think Little Me was onto something with that really choker hairpiece combo, because I am still drawing that kind of stuff. I don't know exactly when I drew this, but it definitely wasn't when I was in high school, and probably not elementary, so sometime in middle school maybe? If that's the case, then it was sometime before I was 13, because that's when I was in high school, so maybe 10 or 11, meaning I drew this about 13 or 14 years ago, I guess. Am I old? Ta-da! This is what over a decade of drawing gets you. Seeing these side by side really helps put into perspective how much my art has actually improved. Kinda epic if you ask me. I'm a little iffy on the color choice, but I think it looks alright. I really like these particular shades, and it's kinda like a sweets and dessert kind of thing. I did my best to keep some aspects the same, but come on, there's only so much I can do with some god-awful lines. I think it turned out pretty alright though. Now, call me crazy, but would this guy be in a PL? My sister and I were joking that this guy would actually be the wingman for a girl who has a crush on some guy, but then he ends up with the guy instead despite not even being interested in him. I don't really read that much, but that sounds like an interesting story to me, unless... Is that already a story? This one's one of my better old drawings, but like, I just don't like it, dude. Something about him just annoys me and I really don't know what it is. Maybe it's the squished headphones or the wet looking suction cup clothes. I don't know, but I added him in so I can stop thinking about it. This guy's given me extremely generic anime side character vibes. It's definitely the typical spiky anime hair and dead eyes, and I wouldn't be surprised if Little Me expected to color him in with brown hair and brown eyes. The basic hoodie really doesn't help this combo at all, and I honestly have no idea what I was trying to draw on his shirt. Tisk tisk, little Larry. You should have known exactly how character design works. I kinda cut it off the picture by accident, but apparently I named this guy Ren Takayama. I have no idea if this is even a real name or not, because Little Me insisted on naming people things that I thought sounded good rather than actually looking up real names and doing research, so let's just call this guy Ren. Oh yeah, I don't think my last guy had a name, so feel free to give him a name in the comments. So Ren here was way easier to redraw since he's just in basic clothes, but I decided to change the picture a lot because I thought it looked cool. He's got headphones and music notes around him, so I drew him like he was the cover of some album. I named the song Daydreamer because I daydream a lot myself, and I made it a vaporwave mix because I was listening to some Mallsoft, Liminal, Vaporwave soundtracks at the time. Very nice music, by the way. If I had to guess, I probably drew this guy around the time I was in band class in middle school. Just a hunch since I put so many music notes around him. For anyone curious, I played flute and occasionally piccolo. And not to brag, but I was almost always first chair. I don't play anymore. I just kinda lost interest after middle school, but it was really fun when I was playing though. I remember my sister and I trying to play songs from video games, and we even started writing a music sheet for Maji Love 1000. Let me know if any of you even recognize that name. I still have my instruments, by the way. I don't plan on getting rid of them because they're kind of like a relic now. I have no clue if the padding is all jacked up now though, and I don't really feel like pulling them out to test them. Not that I remember the whole chromatic scale, so I can't really play much even if I wanted to. I think I'll just leave them be and remember them when I occasionally clean my closet. Oh look, I'm done drawing. Yay! His face doesn't annoy me anymore! Woohoo! I decided to have this one be line art only because I thought it'd be kinda neat. I wanted to try and have a more manga-esque look just for funsies. I wasn't being lazy or anything, I would never. But I think the finished thing looks pretty nice. Probably do some work on the posing and proportions though, but not terrible. I'm actually really happy with how much better it looks than the original. You can really see how I've chosen to refine my skills, and I think that's pretty neat. Overall, I'm happy with how it turned out. Anyway, next drawing. Jesus Christ, what are those shoulders, bro? So this one, I'm pretty sure was drawn when I was watching Sword Art Online. The hair isn't exactly like Asuna's, but something in my brain is just telling me that I'm right. I used to be obsessed with the show, and almost every time I had a character in a game, I would base them off of her, like with Ragnarok. I tried to find a character that was closer to design, and my name was literally Asuna108. God, I miss those graphics. I really don't know what was up with Little Me and giving characters rectangle shoulders. I have quite a few drawings like that, and I'm pretty sure most of them have the same eyes too. I sure did love neglecting drawing anything that wasn't a head, huh? That's probably why I still struggle a lot with drawing different poses. I should probably use these videos as an excuse to draw poses I don't normally do. Or I could just keep scouring the depths of Pinterest for extremely specific scenarios. Sure would have been nice if Little Me decided to branch out and try complex things every once in a while. I could have been a pro by now. Come on girl, why'd you make it harder for me? I've clearly gotten much better at drawing bodies, but I'm pretty sure most of my current drawings suffer from big head syndrome and Yuri hands. I'm usually able to catch it before I finish something, and I think I fixed it here, but let me know in the comments if it's still a little off. I'm trying my best, I swear. Oh yeah, some of you might be wondering why I gave her a frilly headpiece thing, and that's because I just thought it'd be pretty. I don't actually have a good reason, and I figured I'd change her clothes cause, I mean, what even is this? I know this is a redraw, but I should be allowed to change some clothing, especially when all I can see are straps and shapes. Plus, I just think the sweater and blazer look cool on her. I kept her middle hair strand, of course, and I still kinda like it. I think it's neat. Kinda makes her look like one of those mysterious characters that has some tragic backstory. In the new drawing, that is. Not my original. That one looks like cheeks. Sorry, girly, but it's the truth. I also kept the side braids in, but I'm honestly not that great at braids still. I can at least draw them not suction on a hair though, so that's good. And I gave her a little ponytail at the back just cause. I think out of all three redrawings, this one's probably the closest to the original. Yippee! I personally think this one has the best line art out of all three of them. I had the most fun lining this one, so I hope you guys can tell. I really like how her hair turned out, and I think her eyes are really pretty. I'm gonna go ahead and pat myself on the back for this one. I think I captured her dull and bored look from my original pretty well, and I was able to keep her hair almost identical. Except for the few weird parts I had to change, she turned out pretty well. If anyone wants to give her a name in the comments, feel free. I don't really have anything in mind, so I'll just leave it up to whoever. Go wild, guys. I hope you guys liked my redrawings of my old art, because I had fun drawing them. I know I said it before, but it really is cool seeing how much my art has progressed over the years. It's a nice feeling to actually see good progress made with art. Now if only I could do poses better. I'll definitely be making this a series because, oh boy do I have way more drawings to choose from, some of which I would really prefer didn't see the light of day. But if you're looking to see more old drawings from an insane 10 to 11 year old, then stay tuned. I'm also planning on making a video at some point dedicated to my old FNAF fan art, and let me just tell you, Lumi drew a concerning amount of FNAF stuff, so there's gonna be no shortage of that whatsoever. I hope you're ready to face the wrath of a 10-year-old FNAF fan, aw yeah. And before anyone asks, yes, I did redraw the thumbnail drawing. I worked on it very hard and decided to draw a very complex pose to test my skill. Anyways, thanks for watching my video. Let me know in the comments what you thought about my redraws, and don't forget to subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. Also, let me know if anyone else has a pile of old sketchbooks rotting away in your closet like me. It honestly took me a long time to get them all in one place, and I wouldn't be surprised if I were still missing any, but hey, some's better than none. And if you happen to be a new artist watching, make sure you also keep all of your old sketchbooks. If not to redraw, then at least to track your progress. That's all from me. Until next time, bye bye.